Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Bounce 24/8, a show where we talk any and everything about basketball from around the world and even here, nationally and internationally. And just, real quick, today I'm alone in the studio, as you can see, evidently. My co-hosts and producer and everyone, there's no one here. So today I'm a lone wolf, as you can maybe say. I'm probably like LeBron back in Cleveland. I'm the only player on the team today. So so just bear with us. But otherwise, they're all good. They're just out there, keeping the SOPs and trying to keep safe. I hope you are doing the same at home. Just be safe, wear your mask, steam and everything. Do whatever you can to keep safe and the people around you to also be safe. Okay, just to get right into it, nationally, there's not much going on. As you all know, a lot has been shut down, and the same goes for national basketball. All the leagues are down for the meantime. We don't know for how long, but for now, the players and the officials, they are getting their jabs and they're getting tested. Just trying to streamline everything so that when we resume, everything is good to go. Yeah, so that's it for the national scene, really. So just to change gears and get into the international scene, there's a lot coming in from the international scene. There's a lot of basketball in America. There's the Euro basketball going on. There's Olympics coming up as well. Yeah, so there's a lot to talk about there. So let's just dive right into it. We're going to start with the playoffs. Straight away, let's get into the Eastern Conference. There's a joke I saw on Twitter. Someone was saying that the modern NBA is teams get stacked, teams get like very many stars, only for those stars to get injured and leave only one guy to carry the entire load. And it has been kind of the thing that's been going on. If you look back right from like recent history, 2014, was it 2015 Cavs? 2015 Cavs, Kevin Love goes down and Kyrie goes down, and then LeBron has to play alone. And then it also happened to the Warriors as well. KD goes down, and then Clay also goes down, and then Steph had to step up alone. So the same thing is happening in this series. Actually, this season has been a very weird season as far as injuries are concerned. We can't catch a break every time there's a star getting injured. So it's the same thing that has happened to the Brooklyn Nets, and some might argue, and of course they have reason too, that it is the reason why the Bucks have actually come up and tied the series. Yeah. So in this weekend's games, of course Harden is already out, hamstring injury. We don't know when he'll be back, but then again, Kyrie also got injured in the last game against the Bucks. If you watched the game, you would know, because so let me just take you through what happened. So he goes up to make a shot. Actually, I think it was Kevin Durant who passed him the ball. He was free in the paint. They get him the ball, so he goes up to make the shot. So on his way down, unfortunately he lands on Giannis's foot. And if it was very graphic, if you see it, you'll flinch a little bit, because I've been there and I know how painful it is. So he sprained his ankle. To me, if you ask me, it wasn't a really good basketball play by Giannis. You don't box someone who's already up in the air. It's for me, it was they should have called a foul maybe. Of course, it wouldn't have done much because he's already out, but it wasn't a good play. Really, you don't box someone who's coming back to land. It's like that thing of the three-pointer. When someone is taking a three-point shot, you don't come into his landing space. If you come into his landing space, that is an automatic foul, and that's what happened. Giannis should have maybe maybe stepped away a little bit. I know you don't just allow someone to pick a rebound, but he should have done it better anyway, just as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I digress. The point is, Kyrie gets injured, and it doesn't bode well for the Nets. And so in that particular game, after that, KD couldn't do anything, and they went on to lose the game. So what does that mean for the Nets? We wait and see. If Kyrie can come back, then maybe they can keep fighting. But as it looks right now, the Bucks might be the ones going into the conference finals. And then more news coming in from the East. Of course, more injuries again. Danny Green and Embiid also got injuries, but the good news is that Embiid is back, and the Sixers are 2-1 up on the Hawks. So it's going to be an interesting, Eastern Conference. Who are we going to have in the finals? Are we going to have, the Sixers against the Nets, or the Sixers against the Bucks? So a lot of that, I know, lies on the injuries that they are getting, but I hopefully from now on it's going to be, no more injuries for anyone, and we'll be good to go. By the way, what does that injury to Kyrie mean to KD's legacy? Are we going to see him step up and, pick up his team and carry the entire load? Hopefully not. Hopefully Kyrie comes back quickly and, they figure it out, chap. But his legacy is on the line, as most people are saying. They are saying he has never been really in a position where he has to carry a team on his own. So for me, this is a challenge, and this is a chance for him to show us what he's really made of. But also good news coming from that side is that the X-rays on Kyrie came back negative. So that's a good thing. We're just awaiting the MRI and more news from that side. We're going to the West now. Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets got swept by the Suns, of course, the Phoenix Suns, led by CP3. Someone said the real MVP got swept by, rather the MVP, the Kia MVP got swept by the real MVP. And of course, we are talking about Chris Paul sweeping the Nuggets, sweeping Nikola Jokic. So news coming in from that game is that Jokic was ejected. It was, okay, they were already losing, but, okay, not by much, but they were already losing. They were on the way to a sweep. But he goes in to make a defensive play during the game, and then he ends up making a flagrant foul on Campaign. If you watch the game, he literally went and slapped the guy. He was trying to, those things of you try to slap the ball off someone to strip it, and he ends up slapping the guy's hand. And then there was like a serious scuffle. Of course, people coming and shoving and pushing. It was just weird from then. Devin Booker, the guy of the guard from the Phoenix Suns, he goes into Jokic's face, and he's trying to maybe like step up for his teammate and what. And then Jokic is just shoving him away. So there's a huge scuffle, but thankfully, no one got injured. Jokic was ejected it wasn't sportsmanlike, that play that he made. So, he was ejected, and then the game had to go. And it was just downhill from there as well. The Nuggets went on to lose, of course, behind a great show from Chris Paul and a double-double by Devin Booker. Yeah, so I was reading, and someone was saying that Devin Booker was trying to step up to Jokic, but he doesn't want that smoke. Because, Jokic is from Eastern Europe. He's from Serbia, I think. Yeah, he's from Serbia. So, he has grown up in like a war-torn kind of thing. That whole thing we have about the Eastern Europeans, they are tough. They are, all those things, the Russians, the Lithuanians and whatever. We have all that thing of they are tough and macho and everything. So, people are like, Devin Booker doesn't want that smoke. And I get it, man. You don't want that smoke. First of all, Jokic is like way taller and way bigger. And I mean, he's from Eastern Europe. And Booker is just, he's from America. He grew up in America. Maybe he grew up in the hood. Maybe we're going to see something about, maybe it was going to be like the hood versus, Eastern Europe. Who takes it? I don't know. What do you think? The hood, someone who grew up in the hood versus someone who grew up in Eastern Europe. But anyway, that's just a by the way. Yeah, so what does that mean for the Western Conference? the Suns are going into the finals, and of course the other matchup in the Western Conference is the Clippers and the Jazz. So who are the Suns going to get in the finals? We'll wait and see. But in the other matchup, it was the Clippers and against the Jazz. There's word going around that the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard in particular is waiting. He's always waiting for people to doubt him, and the other team to go 2-0 up, and then he comes back. So let's wait and see. Will he crawl back? Will they manage to come back again as they did in the last series? We should wait and see. Otherwise, but news coming in from there as well. There's more injury news coming in from there. Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz got injured. Let's wait and see. Of course, it wasn't a very huge injury. He'll probably be back in the next game. But if he stays out, it might be a huge blow. It's going to be a huge blow for the Jazz, definitely. But we hope he's going to be back. And everyone that's injured, really. Me, I like teams to be fully healthy. I want a basketball match to just be about just. I want all teams to be healthy so that there's no one that's giving excuses. We were short man, we were undermanned, we didn't have so and so. I want everyone to be healthy and let the show go on. Then of course I have some trade rumors. Just some of the few rumors that I've seen. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they want the White Mamba. If you know the White Mamba, Alex Caruso of the Lakers. So the Cleveland Cavaliers want to come and pick him up. Of course, that would be good for Caruso because that would mean more money, which he deserves, really. Seeing what he has done in the past 2 seasons for the Lakers, he has really stepped up and everything. So I think he really deserves more money. And if the Cavaliers are offering him more money, let's see what trade they can strike between them and the Lakers. Yeah. So there is that, and then we also had Derrick Rose of the New York Knicks. Of course, they were eliminated from the playoffs. But Derrick Rose, there are rumors saying that the Lakers want to bring him in. So we should wait and see. But you see, the thing about that is that we have already seen a bit of what a Derrick Rose and LeBron partnership can do. We saw a little bit of it in Cleveland, and it didn't really work out. You could say that Rose had a lot to deal with. He was coming off of an injury, and he had all these other things going on. But okay, we should wait and see if it really happens. Let's wait and see what it means for the Lakers. Derrick Rose had a very huge season, so teaming him up, with LeBron and Eddie, it could be a really good piece coming off the bench. For me, that's what I think. Yeah, and then also more trade rumors coming in. I'm hearing Kyle Kuzma. I don't know why, but this guy is always in the news. People always want to bring him up in the news. He's always on social media. People always bringing him up on social media for all the bad reasons. They always, especially Lakers fans, I think they should start trying to treat their stars with a little bit of respect, really. If you're always putting the guy in trade rumors, and Lakers themselves haven't come out to say anything, but you always want him to leave. They're always packaging him for some other trade asset. I don't know why, but Lakers people made decoy because it's not fair, really. The guy is trying to show up. He's trying to do. Okay, I know he messed up in the playoffs, but the entire team was bad. Eddie was out, so it was just weird for the entire team. There's not so much going for the team, so just cut him some slack. Let's see what he can bring next season. Just give him maybe half a season. Let's see. If he's bad, then we shall get rid of him in January. That's for me. That's my idea. But apparently, every time there is a trade rumor, they want Kyle Kuzma to be part of the package. They want him away, basically. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the NBA. Just something coming out from the NBA. LeBron is changing his number from 23 back to 6, like the way he was in Miami. So he's leaving that 23 jersey vacant. So that has also sparked more trade rumors. Like, so who's coming to get it? Because Anthony Davis was like, no, I don't want that 23. I'll stay with my 3. So what does that mean? Does that mean that someone's going to come and take it up? Let's wait and see. So that's just some more news. And then more news about LeBron, his son Bronny finally got his first appearance in the Sports Illustrated magazine, like father, like son. So it's a huge deal for him. And then just coming in from that side as well, sticking with Bronny and LeBron, father and son. So Bronny is a basketballer. He plays for his school. So they recently had a game, okay? So LeBron these days is over hanging out with this Drake, the rapper. So he calls up Drake, and then they team up with a whole bunch of people, and then they go for Bronny's game. And then during Bronny's game, they were all hyped up, and they were just so all over the place. And someone mentioned and was like, these guys are making the kids' game all about themselves. Just come for the game and sit on the sidelines. But I disagree. I think fathers being there for their kids and cheering them up and cheering up for them, for their teams the whole time. I think that's it shows like good parenting. Yeah, so let the guy do whatever he wants. Let him show up for the games. He's there. I mean, he could have just chosen not to be there. So I think it's a good thing. And there's a photo going around social media showing LeBron's wife. So she was giving them, she had this face because LeBron was over talking to Drake and what, and she was like, I'm also here. So she was giving them this face of, I'm also around. Don't over, I know it's not, don't overbe those things in a bro moment, kinda. I'm also around. Just recognize that. So it's just a funny photo going around anyway, if you happen to catch it. Okay, real quick, let me go into the women's side, the WNBA. So what is coming from there? There's a lot actually quite coming from there. The most anticipated game of the weekend was Connecticut Sun versus the Seattle Storm, which didn't really live up to the bill, because the Sun from Connecticut, they were undermanned or underwomaned in this case. Their star player, Jonquel Jones, so she went back home to represent her country in the ongoing Eurobasket. So they were undermanned. So the game wasn't really fair. Of course, the Storm came and won it. But I feel like if Jonquel Jones were around, or in that next matchup when everyone is around, I think it will be more interesting. So it wasn't much that really went into that. And more news coming in from the WNBA. Candace Parker, she has been out injured. So she has come back and she has rejoined her teammates on the Chicago Sky. So during her time in injury, these guys went 7 games just losing. So it is good for them because she came back and they snapped that 7-loss streak. So they are back and they're back to winning ways. They won their game on the weekend. Yeah, so that's just about it. Also, the Las Vegas Aces, they won their game. Of course, the MVP from last season, the regular season MVP, for some of you who may not know, it was Asia Wilson. Yeah, so she had a double-double and they went on to win their game. So there's a lot more coming in from there. For them, their season just started almost. They're probably in like week 3 right now, so it's still going on. The NBA will get done and will finish, and the WNBA will still be going on. So yeah, for those of us that follow it, we are still in for a ride, especially at this moment when there's not much sports going on. Yeah, football has concluded, so it's a good thing for us to still have something going on, and it's also a good thing for you to jump on and check it out. It's something that you might actually enjoy. Yeah, otherwise, from me and myself, it's a bye for now.